Yes guys, if you're struggling with slugs in your garden, here are 4 ways that I protect my plant babies from the slugs. Let's get into it. So the first one is nematodes. Now I've had this sent to me by Ladybird Plant Care. I will tag her in the bio because I couldn't get any of it anywhere. And basically these are microscopic worm type things that go into the soil. They actively seek out slugs and then they feed off of their tissue and it eventually kills them. So less slugs and healthier plants with less holes in them. All you do is you add this to some water, you make a solution and then you add that to more water and then you just apply it to the soil that the plants are in, and then they will do the job for you. The next thing I use is copper. So I had some of these bought for me for my birthday. They're called slug rings, and basically I will use these on any plants that look particularly vulnerable. I will use these on and I'll put them at the base, and basically slugs don't like copper. Now my granddad takes this to another level and he actually rigs up a battery to the copper so that it's got an electric current. So yeah, you could do that if you've got an engineering background like my granddad. Another thing you could do, because these are quite expensive if you're sort of buying a lot of them, so what you could do is you can get copper tape and you can put the copper tape around the pots of your plants, or you can cut up old plant pots that are broken or whatnot, and then you can actually cover them with copper, put them around the base of plants, and then jobs are good, and hopefully another barrier stopping the slugs. The next one is slate. So the slugs don't like going over the slate, they don't like the feel of it. Now if you were just using this on its own, then you'd probably not have 100% success rate. I put slate in my hostas in the pots, and it's just an extra barrier, and yeah, I've got really sort of good success rate with it's the smaller ones that are the better ones, and it's just another barrier to stop those slugs getting to your sort of most vulnerable plants, and for me that's hostas. So yeah, for some plants, I think once the plants are established, I find that the slugs sort of stay away. It's the ones that are sort of just coming up and that they sort of really tend to like. So like with hostas, apparently they find them the most tasty when they're like first sprouting out of the ground. So yeah, another way to just give them an extra barrier to get through. Finally, envy, feed and protect. Now, I work with Envy. This is not an ad. I bought this out of my own money, and this is the first time I'm using it this year, and it has been quite a dry year, but this is the final thing I use, and basically what it does is you add it to water, you water your plant, and it alters the taste so that slugs don't like the taste of it, so I presume they go elsewhere. So yeah, that's the first year I'm using it, and I'm seeing really good results with my hostas and stuff. It has been a dry year though, so yeah, I think everything will it will be easier than last year anyway, because I remember last year was a really wet year and it was particularly hard, and so that's why I did start layering up on the defense against the slugs. So that is how I stop slugs from eating my prized plants. A special honourable mention to my pond. I do have lots of frogs in the garden as well, and obviously they do like to eat the slugs. When I go through certain borders, I do find that there are frogs in there and stuff, especially some of the smaller frogs. They tend to live in the crocosmia and stuff like that, in the grasses and stuff, so I'm sure that helps as well. And I think when it comes to protecting your plants from slugs, it's not necessarily having... We keep it down? I'm trying to do a video. Can you hear the birds? But yeah, as I was saying, when it comes to slugs, it's not necessarily having one thing that is sort of foolproof and is your sort of thing that saves your plants. It's about sort of having layers of protection, so they have to get through everything to sort of get it. And so what I've found is if I layer up those things, my plants tend to be absolutely fine. Another honourable mention to, if you have got certain hostas and they are really susceptible, put it a little bit higher, don't have them on the ground. So I've got a plant theatre that I've got some hostas on, some miniature hostas. Now some of them haven't got slate, they haven't got copper or anything like that, but they never get eaten. So yeah, that's another honourable mention. So that is how I stop those pesky slugs from eating my prize plants. And let me know if there's anything that you do that I don't currently, that I should try. And yeah, let me know what plants you have to try and protect the most. For me, it's hostas, also a little bit of delphiniums. I've got a few dahlias. Yeah, let me know. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you can like and subscribe, obviously I'd really appreciate it. But more importantly, look after yourselves, and I'll catch you on the next one.